Kova46. They raced one game last night. JTB took that one, and we just watched Kova beat JTB in 15 seconds. So, or by 15 seconds, I should say. Bringing on what you are looking at right now, Game 3 of a best of 3. Oh my goodness. So
yeah, it got a little crazy last game.
Yeah. So before we begin, I just want to give a shout out to our awesome trackers and our awesome restreamers, both of them pulling double duty. Zelda on our tracker and our restreamer Norastra. Can't I think I'm pronouncing that correctly?
Yes, a big thank you to both of you.
Absolutely.
Now it looks like JTP does not want Aghanim 1 this time.
I don't know what would give you that give you that impression there. Could mean, number 1 Aga, please. Yeah.
But I think if it was number 1 Aga, please, there would be a numeric value of 1.
It's a typo. It just dropped down to 2.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that totally exactly what I'm sure that means there. Goodness.
And it looks like both of our runners have readied up, and we will begin shortly.
We are keeping with the same sprites, so everyone is still who they were before. All right, James, what do you think? First sword win?
Ooh, I think first sword will be in the last chest in the first half of Escape.
Here we go! The gate of Samari in Link's house!
Wow.
Shoot, we had a map track already.
Yes, we had Crystal 6 at Eastern Palace, Blue Pendant at Tower of Hera, and Desert Palace was just a blue crystal.
Yep, it was. So, that's actually close to the same setup we had last time.
Very interesting.
Yeah, in fact, that is the same setup we had. A red crystal in the Eastern Palace, a blue crystal in Desert Palace, and a pendant Tower of Hera. Interesting. Yeah, the Gate of Samaria is in fact a weapon, so our runners could go into Escape if they wanted to, if they had enough magic to, I should say. So the uncle area here, not really having much of anything. There's a lamp!
So, we will at least have no dark rooms.
I don't know about you, but every time I find a lamp this early, I get slightly worried.
Now, why is that?
Because the lamp is one of the few items you need to beat Aga 1. And when you get it this early, the game may be telling you, hey, Aghanim, go visit him again.
JTB actually gets the 8 bomb drop from,
nice.
I believe it was the Crow.
Yep. Ooh, full magic decanter from the little bug thing there that I'm sure has a better name than the little bug thing, but let's see here. 50 rupees on the lumberjack lunch.
So I'm sure JTB is feeling a little bit better now that they know they don't have to do Aghanim 1, at least for right now.
Yeah. At least for the moment. Though, as I've said, I get worried every time I see Lamp this early, but we'll see. Big Red over here. Both our runners going to grab it. That puts them much closer to bottle vendor money. In fact, with the stationary rupees that are found in the well and throughout Kakariku, that's a hammer!
So that is another nice find.
That is a real weapon.
And then it looks like we will have both runners do the standard Kakariko Village route. Well, not exactly, actually. JTB does have those bombs.
That's correct. He'll be able to do the standard route. Kova's going to go looking around and see if he can't find some.
And there's our first sword on JTB's side.
Oh, that came up pretty quick. 3 minutes in, we've got a sword already. Ooh, there's bombs inside the bomb spot in Blind's hut, so...
Meanwhile, JTB is at that 106 rupee threshold.
Gabe, we just found a cape.
I know, I see.
We've got a cape, a sword, and a lamp.
Things are not looking well.
Well, we got an early blue mail too, so that's good. And the Master Sword.
And mirror.
And what the
Moon Pearl.
What in the world was that?
Goodness gracious.
That was like the most amazing well I've ever seen. So, wow. And, unfortunately, none of that dispels the idea that we may have to do Aghanim 1.
The only other item we need that would stop us from going to Aghanim 1 is the power gloves, not the power mitts.
Yep.
And we do have several other locations we can check.
That we do. Chat asking if you attempt to find the if you attempt to find Aga right now, I would say absolutely not.
I would save Aghanim for a last resort.
I missed what was on the library again. Oh, it was just a big, like a ruby cache, about 50 it looked like. JTB doing the race game without checking it first. He did this last time, I believe.
But it doesn't pay off. Well, they still get it, but it doesn't pay off this time.
Nah, but he's going to pick that up. With only 3 hearts, I feel like picking up anything for health is a good idea. Kova getting his bomb extension from the bottle vendor. Not going to be happy with spending 100 rupees to do that, I'm sure. JTB is pulling out a little bit because he got lucky to find that 8 bomb drop. Kova is... No, he's going to check the race game. JTB using the mirror glitch to get through the blocks there. If I understand it correctly, well, when you push a block in this version of the game, which is the Japanese 1.0 version of the game, blocks just don't exist while they move. And if you use the mirror next to them, it does something to Link's like positioning that like cancels the block out of existence or something like that. All I know is that when a block is moving, I just smash the button to use the mirror and the block disappears.
Definitely a convenient minor glitch to know. However, take note, it does not work in dungeons.
Well, No, it does. It then just immediately teleports you out of the dungeon and resets everything.
Well, yes.
I know because I've done that once. Mini Moldorm Cave, bringing out the blue cane. A lot of pieces of hearts. And a heart container. Oh, that was Sanctuary Heart.
That it was.
The only heart container in the game that refills your life upon collecting it. Because every other heart container is attached to a boss, and you get a refill after collecting either the pendant or the crystal anyway, which is why none of the other heart containers fill your health up. Because you weren't supposed to find them in random areas of the game.
So we have Kova over at Mini Moldorm Cave. It looks like JTB is going to head up to the Ice Rod Cave and perhaps do the fake flippers glitch route.
Interesting. This is a bit of divergence from what we saw with him last time. If I remember right, he did not check that cave for quite a while.
No, they did not.
And that would be why, because it just contained a piece of heart. JTB not fake flippering, at least, well, he's probably going to go over towards Sahasrahla. No, he's going to go do escape, of course. Or not, I'm sorry. Him going up there confused me.
Yeah, that was a little interesting. Maybe head over to Eastern Palace?
Yeah, that's definitely the way he's going. I wonder if that was a little, like, change his mind kind of thing. That's what that tells me.
Or perhaps he knows that since this is being restreamed, they would do a little troll for us.
Yes, absolutely. Confuse the commentators. I'm sure that's exactly what he's trying to do. Heart container, red rupee, and bomb. Getting this sinking feeling in my gut that we're not going to find anything at all until we go to Aga 1. Because as much as we have the mirror right now, we can't use it because we can't get access to Death Mountain. Kova gonna do the fake flipper glitch, though. And JTB not talking to Sahasrahla and finding out where that green pendant is. Apparently he says he'll figure it out when he gets to the Dark World. I did not see what was on that island there. It was a big 20. Finding the flute would be a thing if that leads to anything on Death Mountain.
Although if we do find the flute... Oh, well, there's red
Red
mail. That's nice, but if we do find the flute, it would technically be a sequence break because we don't have gloves.
Yeah. Well, that we don't have the flippers right now. It depends on where we'd find it, yeah. So, early red mail. Interesting.
All we need is a tempered and golden sword.
Yeah. Chat calling this the Serious Aga starter kit. Yes. Oh, we got another piece of heart in the Eastern Palace here. I think that's 2 items in here. And can you imagine if the gloves if the gloves are in Waterfall Cave here?
That would be big, but that would also at least for me, immediately make me wonder, well, where are where are flippers?
I would assume they'd have to be on the pyramid, which he would have access to.
Yep. But we do find a bottle on Kova's side.
We do. So we've got a bottle.
Not only is it filled up with the green potion, but it will let us check the sick kid.
And it will. Unfortunately, Kova not having 500 rupees can't buy what Zora's selling. Meanwhile, JTB is going to go do the dark room for East Palace here and see if he can get anything of use. But this will also be a sequence break because of not having the lamp.
We do have the lamp, though.
I mean, right, never mind. I'm confusing seeds in my head now. That was last seed. This is this seed. We got the lamp early, this seed.
Got it very early.
Okay, so no sequence breaking here. The game couldn't possibly expect them to be right here, right now. Would be interesting if this was the bow. Or just a map.
Yeah, just the map, not what they need.
Oh, we got a blue boomerang. Armos is holding out the last item in Eastern Palace. JTB doing his map check. That was a vanilla boomerang, wasn't it? No. No, I think the boomerang's in this chest, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Right.
I believe the first chest was supposed to be the map.
I think so. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I've done this vanilla. JTB also heading into escape. Chat confirming that is the vanilla map. Okay, cool. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. Still, it's like close to vanilla boomerang because it's in the same dungeon, so it counts. Kova making quick work of the ball and chain guard. Ooh, piece of heart inside Zelda's chest. Or the chest inside Zelda's cell, I should say. Kova's gonna go up and do the swamp area. If there is a key in this chest here, they'll be able to get to the area behind the sanctuary.
That is true. Here comes the moment of truth.
Here we go. Oh, it's a Quake medallion.
Not quite what I was expecting, but I'm sure that's nice to have.
Well, it's one of those things. It's like, well, we have a medallion now, so go us. All right, Kova's probably going to go over towards Eastern Palace now. He did not go get the chest up there. Wait, no, he got the chest. JTB's going up there. Okay, I'm confusing my runners now. JTB's going up there. Kova's going over towards Eastern Palace because he hasn't checked this yet. He also hasn't checked Sick Kid. He's got that bottle to do it, which he sequence break to do. So I wonder if he's going to do that before doing Aga.
But we have a message from Shrahashrala. Ice Palace is the green pendant.
Again?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Well, JTB is making the assault on the castle tower. So, unfortunately, his request for no Aga seed has been derailed. And we are going to have an Aga 1 seed for the second time.
So this could give JTB a fairly large advantage over Kova.
But we haven't checked a Guinness's Cave, which is open. Just to both of them. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else. Kova could check Sick Kid. That's outside of the logic sequence right now, but if the Sick Kid if the Sick Kid has a power glove, that would mean the logic would want you to go to the Dark World from here, grab the flippers, probably from the Pyramid or possibly Palace of Darkness, but literally get in there, go to Wishing Well, get the bottle, go to Sick Kid. If the flippers are the first item we find in the Dark World after beating Aga. And if the sick kid has an actual glove, which is like a very small percentage chance, but that's a lot of
However,
caves.
you should never say never. It could always happen.
Oh, absolutely, it can happen. That is the one thing about logic. If you sequence breaking past AGA 1 is like the major sequence break that you never really need to like backtrack in your mind. I think the seed these guys played yesterday, I think that was the one where they somebody, if not both of them, sequence breaked flippers into a hammer, fake flippers into a hammer, which got them past AGA 1. They never had to do it.
Very interesting.
JTB making his way up the tower. Kova gonna get the compass from that chest. He's about to check the last chest that he can inside here and be very disappointed.
Now, I'm wondering if JTB decided to do Aghanim 1 fairly early, just in case it was required.
I don't know. It's always a risk to do this without having checked everything else, because if you go to do this and it's not required, you are sinking like 5 minutes or more into a place that literally produces nothing other than your access to the Dark World. But he only really, as I was thinking, he only really has one other place to check. Which would be a Guinness's cave, I think. I don't think he can check anything else.
Yeah, I was gonna say old man, but no, you need the gloves.
You can't get up there. That or if a Guinness's cave has the flute, then we may have a problem. Kova's going up towards Castle Tower too, so neither of them are going to check a Guinness's cave.
Now, if there is something progressive at Agina's cave, I'm sure both runners would be very irritated.
Yes. It is interesting to note that Kova decided not to check the sick kid. Ooh, JTB missing one of the chances he had to damage Aga. This seed has a lot more blue balls in blue ball attacks in it than the last one. Alright, let's see what's on this pyramid. I mean, nothing has to be on the pyramid. And it's a piece of heart, so nothing was. But we have access to the Dark World now here, and there are areas we can check here. Not many. Actually, no, we've got the hammer, so we can go pretty decent, actually. We've got the hammer, we've got the mirror. We don't have flippers, though, so we can't get into Swamp Palace. We can do Hype Cave. We can get around kind of the south of Dark World Hyrule. We can do Palace of Darkness to some extent. It is bow lock, but not nearly as bad as it used to be bow lock, thanks to the 27 logic. JTB immediately opting for Hype Cave, and I can't say I blame him. There's 5 potential items in here, so let's see what we got. We got a piece of heart. If I remember correctly, last Hype Cave was really awful, so let's see if this one can be any better.
I don't think it's going to be any better, and it's not.
In fact, I think it was worse, because I think we at least got the blue cane out of the last Hype Cave. This was a nothing cave.
This was all just, I mean, we still got blue items. They were just blue rupees.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we did. Oh dear. Yeah, meanwhile, Kova's still making his assault on the castle tower. JTB going up to see Mr. Stumpy. And that's the single arrow, the one in the game. I know the game doesn't place that certain places on purpose, but sometimes I feel like the game puts it in a very, very awful spot, in so much as, like, while you're looking for something desperately, you find that. There's the flippers. Is my dream going to come true? Is Sick Kid going to have something? Is he going to have that glove? Because we know the flippers lead to a bottle. The only bottle we've seen so far.
You might be right.
Which, if I'm right, that means Kova could have skipped Aghanim 1.
That's very interesting.
Unless JTB just kicks up the gloves right here. Nope, he dug up a big 20. I think that's going. Those flippers are going to send JTB over towards Zora, I would assume, or not.
I don't know.
He may be. Well, he's got the hammer, so I believe. No, never mind. I was going to say I believe he can check catfish, but no, he can't. He still needs a glove. Kova making his time with Aghanim short. JTB, he's right. He hasn't checked this yet, so he's gonna go right here and grab the item on the island that we know is crap. There it is. But he's gonna go check Hobo, which we also know isn't anything, and then he's going to get up towards Zora. I would think he would go up that direction.
I would also think so. However, we'll never know until they go.
Exactly. Because without 500 rupees, it feels weird to go up that direction since you'll have to do it again. That Sick Kid bottle, though, that's looking very tempting right now. His Flipper's going to send him to get it. Man, if Sick Kid has that glove upgrade, I wonder what Kova's going to be thinking to himself. Kova finding the disappointment that is the cave formerly known as Hype Cave. So unlike the last seed, this seed has basically hid all of the money from the runners.
Yeah, they do still have the options to do the Houlihan room, though.
That they do. Yeah, but they can't set it up the only way I know how to set it up personally, because they have flippers now. Chat asking if the logic can require you to farm for Zora. The answer is yes. The logic actually always assumes that you have all of the consumables you need to get the thing that you need from it. Meaning it always assumes you have bombs. It always assumes you have like 500 rupees. It always assumes you have enough arrows. The logic will not give you 300, like 500 rupees to be like, oh, you get to go to Zora now. JTB going up. I wonder where he is heading to. Kova with the flippers, which aren't going to do anything for him right now, unless he puts together that maybe Sick Kid is a thing because he got a bottle from there. Oh, we got a map check. And I completely missed the map check.
believe Turtle Rock was red, Misery Mire, or red pendant. Misery Mire was red crystal, and of course we know Ice Palace was green crystal.
So, do we have like the exact same? We have the exact same setup we had last seed.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, our 2 red crystals are Eastern Palace and Misery Mire. Our pendants are Palace or Tower of Hera, Ice Palace, Turtle Rock, with Ice Palace being the green pendant. The only real difference is that the Tower of Hera and Turtle Rock, I believe, swapped pendants. Kova going to Sick Kid. What's Sick Kid gonna have? Is it going to be that glove? No, it's not.
Ooh. So there goes the dream.
Okay.
So it looks like Aghanim 1 was required.
Yes, it was. Would have been required by the logic anyway, but now they couldn't have skipped it, so. So it looks like JTB's Ooh, there's Boots. The JTBs want to go into Palace of Darkness is probably the only play they've got left. See, Boots are good though. That opens up a few places we can check.
Yeah, we don't know if Desert is boots locked. We don't know if the big key is on the torch in Ganon's tower.
Yep, and we've got that opens up the Bonk Rocks outside of Sanctuary Cave. Doesn't quite open up the King's Tomb yet because they can't get there.
Well, they technically could. Because they have the mirror.
Oh, they're the flippers. No, the flippers go the other way. No, I was saying they can't get up towards the Village of Outcast area at all.
Oh, that is true.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of how they can get up there. The flippers only works to go to east side of the Dark World. So yeah, I think... oh, here you go, collecting rupees inside Palace of Darkness. Fire Rod!
Ooh, that's Skull Woods.
Skullwood's down.
And part of the requirement for Ice Palace.
Wait, it's not the same setup at all. Turtle Rock wasn't a pendant last time. Skullwoods was a pendant last time. What am I thinking? I'm merging seeds in my head, Gabe. That's a problem.
Well, just gotta keep on going on.
Moving on, alright. Yeah, we can't access Skullwoods. We can't access anything over there. We need a glove first. If we don't find a glove in here, then, like, it's gotta be... If we find nothing else in Palace of Darkness right now, then something has to be in that sanctuary, Bonk Rock. Right?
I believe you're correct.
JTB leaving because the bow... Or a Guinness's cave. We forgot about a Guinness's cave. Oh my gosh, if there's a glove in a Guinness's cave... Seriously? Seriously, if there's a glove in there... So, the big key in Palace of Darkness is clearly hidden behind the bow. Oof. Ooh, that's a big nothing.
Although it is better that they check now than start getting frantic and then wonder where they forgot to check.
Indeed. But so here's the thing: Guinness's cave seems to be the only thing left, and that was checkable the moment they had bombs. So if there is a power glove in here, that means our runners actually wasted 5 minutes going to Aghanim, but they both did it, so... But since neither know the other one did it, that means that they're probably going to think that they're massively behind. Wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
And neither of them realize that both of them have made the same mistake. If there's a power glove in here. But I can't think of anything else that it would be. That's a fairy in a bottle.
Ooh.
All right, where do we go now?
That's a tough one.
Zora's got to have the item, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, chat. So I get the feeling we're about to watch some serious rupee farming. JTB, where is JTB going? Oh, he's going into the Dark World. No, Zora is not a sequence break. They have the flippers. They can get to Zora.
And even if they didn't have the flippers, it still wouldn't be a sequence break.
Actually, it would. We have no way of getting up there.
Oh, you are right.
Oh, wait. We have Swamp Palace open now.
Yeah, we technically do.
Oh my
we
gosh.
Can't complete it.
Can't complete it, but we can go in there. I completely forgot. We have Swamp Palace access. All right. So Kova looks like he's also going towards Swamp. Yeah, never mind. No, he's gonna go check again his cave too. Right, this does make Aghanim absolutely required, because if anything's in Swamp Palace here, then the flippers were 100% required to get it, so... Sometimes hard to remember what you can and can't do within and outside of the logic of the seed you're playing.
Let's see what's in the first chest in Swamp Palace.
Ooh, hero capacity upgrade. Alright, we've got a little bit more we can go. Looks like Kova's going down. I'll bet he's gonna go to Swamp Palace too. And surprising nobody, these runners are pretty close yet again. Oh right, he can't. Oh, that's right. He's got to go up and around. Yes. Still have no power glove. That makes the exact same mistake too. I mean, you're just so, when you're going to Swamp Palace, you're just so used to using that one access to the Dark World, you know?
Yep.
Alright, well, thankfully there is no way JTB can flood this key, because he can't actually get the key, the extra key you have to hookshot over for, so... So there's no worry about flooding any keys today.
It's just a big 20 that JTB
This
finds.
seed is annoying! It's like... It gives a little freedom and then takes it all away by making it like, no, everything. There's one item and it's all one here. Where I said last time about the seed bottlenecking, well, this is a massively linear seed so far. JTB down to 2 hearts, but he's got red mail, so... The red mail, which we didn't find last race.
And JTB also has a fairy in a bottle.
Yes, he does. 8 bomb drop.
Meanwhile, Kova is hot on JTB's heels.
Yes, he is. I always hate checking this side of Swamp Palace without the hook shot, and Kova saves and quits. I don't know why he would have done that.
Perhaps not wanting to take the gamble that something is or is not in Swamp Palace.
Doesn't really make any sense, though. Like, I'm legitimately trying to think of where else he would be going right now.
Unless Kova accidentally warped out.
That must have been an accident. That must have been an accident. Yeah. I think he forgot he had the hammer. I think he completely forgot he had the hammer. Yeah. That's
Quite
exactly what's happening
unfortunate.
here. There's a big key. Yeah, unfortunate for Kova, but yeah, I'm positive now he forgot he had the hammer. Alright, we got 2 more chests we can check in here. We've got this, and we've got the big chest because we found the big key.
JTB trying to get a little bit extra money.
Alright. 1 more chest to check in Swamp Palace here. The hook shot! We have a hook shot!
Very interesting.
We can finish Swamp Palace now! That's a vanilla hook shot! What?
I'll be honest, I was not expecting vanilla hook
I
shot.
was not expecting the vanilla hook shot either!
But
So,
then again, in Randomizer, what do I expect?
I mean, this is true, but I've always said the trolliest thing randomizers can do is throw an item in its vanilla spot. So, they can now finish Swamp Palace and check the other items in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't know how often I've seen vanilla actual... I mean, I've seen hookshot in Swamp before. I don't know if I've seen it in the actual big chest before.
Every day we see something new.
Uh-huh. JTB, okay, come on. Power glove time, right? Right?
My guess is Power Glove
No.
would be on East Death Mountain.
Hookshot, no. Hookshot gives them access to the Village of Outcasts and that whole side of Dark World now. Which means there can be absolute... That means there can be absolutely nothing else in Swamp Palace.
Yeah. But they still do need to complete Swamp
Oh yeah,
Palace.
no, absolutely. No, absolutely 100% complete this, but just saying that we may not find any actual more progression in here. We may have vanilla progression so far. And Master Sword Argus is not the most fun thing in the world, but it's definitely better than being forced to jump into your menu and switch to the hammer all the time.
Yeah, I think it comes down to personal preference. I haven't timed both of them, but I'm guessing they're about the same.
If you're, yeah, potentially, especially if you're really good at the menuing part. Or have an inventory that isn't completely janky and like forcing you to press all sorts of directions to get to but switch between the hookshot and the hammer. Like JTB setup there is pretty good. If you were going to do that. Alright, JTB taking care of Argus. And getting some bombs. So as I said, or figured, no progression items left in Swamp Palace. It was just the hookshot.
But I mean, the hookshot was kind of big, though.
Oh, it's huge, because now we have access to Skullwoods, and we have access to we have access to Thieves Town, and we can complete both of them. Not to mention we can grab a few things in the north side of Hyrule. I believe they can get into the King's Tomb with just the mirror now.
Yes.
I don't think they actually need any glove for that. As long as they've got the mirror and can get to the dark side of this place, I believe they can get there. So that's 2 items along that path. You can check Bumper Cave to see what's there. Can't get there. We still haven't checked Zora to see what Zora's got. Not sure what JTB is up to. He's gonna jump here. Oh, he's gonna go around that way. Well, he could have just used the hammer up there, but okay. That works too.
And there is our west side Dark World access.
And JTB is... Yep, there he goes, going up. Yeah, it's a very convoluted way to get up here if you don't have, like, the boots or the any glove at all, but you can get up here. Kova making his way through Swamp Palace. King's Tomb having an arrow upgrade, so not really anything that they were hoping for.
But could the graveyard ledge have what we're looking for?
Let's see. Looking for that power glove to really open this seat up. Huh, I don't even know if that's going to really be open. Well, yes, it had what we were looking for, just not like what we were looking for right now, but Tempered Sword always good.
Yeah, I think they'll take that.
Absolutely. JTB doing his map checks. He can do Skullwoods and Thieves Town. I believe that's exactly where he's going to go. We may see him check Bumper Cave just to see what's there. Yep, there he goes. See if we're looking for the cape. Oh no, he's got the cape. He can actually just go do this.
Yes, cape was found very early.
That's a full heart, which he is going to get, perhaps? Nope, he's not.
Even if JTB wanted to, they would be unable to.
How so? Oh, right, no glove.
No gloves.
No glove. JTB going into the Village of Outcasts first. Probably going to grab these items here. Then I'm curious if he's going to try Skullwoods or not. Or Thieves Town. Thieves Town is entirely doable without a glove. Some people think that you have to have one for the room you get into when you enter the basement the first time. But you do not actually have to lift the big block up. You can get around it by killing all the enemies in there. JTB going to go check on Sick Kid. He's going to get the Sick Kid's allowance. Kova completing Skullwoods. He's going to go... Or Skullwoods. Swamp Palace. He's going to go up and hookshot over to where JTB is right now. So as he stops running into random little rocks spewed across the area.
And both runners are very close to having Zora enough money to check what's at Zora.
I know, right? Oh man, I'm still at. Can you imagine if gloves are on Zora and they've not had to do any of this entire time?
That would have been very bad.
JTB making his assault into Thieves Town. Heart container, first item, 1 of 4. There are 4 items in here. That's one of them. Still no gloves. Kova doing a ball jump into me. Okay. Oh, actually he did that on purpose, because if he'd just gone up, he probably would have run into that that little beam there and bonked back into the light world. That was more style than I thought it was. If I remember correctly, somebody asked me in the chat what was in the library. If I remember right, it was basically nothing.
It was like more than, it was 50 or greater rupees, I think.
Right, 50 rupees, that's it. Well, so far I've seen, I saw another big 20 here, so Thieves Town not paying it out yet. 3 items already, and I don't think any of them have been good. Yeah, JTB, 49 minutes in, we finally have 500 rupees. Oh, hey, divergence. Kova is going up towards Skull Woods, so...
Now, I wonder if Skull Woods has what we're looking for.
Something around here has to, right? First item in here is a green rupee. Come on, game. Really?
Not nice.
Oh, that's a big key, so you can check that immediately. Kova, you had the right idea. You just had to step a little farther. He's just gonna do the bomb jump anyway. Nicely done. Gets a small key for his efforts. Probably not happy with that. Alright, one more chest to check in here for Kova. Actually, no, he's got Fire Rod. He can do the whole darn thing. He can go beat Mothula if he wants to. Which it looks like he's gonna go do. It looks like he's gonna do that first and then backtrack through Skull Woods if he hasn't found the second item yet. That's the room I was talking about, the one JTB just finished right there. So, JTB making his way through the dungeon or prison or whatever, finds a small key. Time to check the big chest. Power glove, there it is!
Very nice find.
And a few frustration slashes from that from JTB. That was a very, very convoluted and insane road to the power gloves. In fact, that's basically vanilla gloves, since that's normally where we find the Titan spits. 52 minutes in, we find our first glove. Oh, man. So, here's a question for you, Gabe. We have a power glove. I guess that means your next destination is immediately Death Mountain?
Probably.
Nice. JTB with the blue cane strats. I like it. Kova defeating Mothula. Going back in because my guess is he didn't find anything useful. There's one item left in Skull Woods. It looks like JTB is now going to go up to Skull Woods and make his assault on Mothula. Oh, there's the other item. It's 10 arrows. So Skull Woods had a single rupee and 10 arrows. That's terrible. 2 seeds in a row that Skull Woods have just not been useful or really had anything at all. Yeah, I think after JTB finishes, and I think after Kova goes down to Thieves Town and finishes that, I think the move is Death Mountain for both these runners. It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, that looks to be the play.
I cannot honestly think of anything else they can do.
Yeah, I really can't think of anything else either.
I 100% agree with JTB going up to Skull Woods, though. It's a crystal dungeon. You've got to do it. It's got 2 items in it. You might as well. Considering Tower of Hera is a pendant dungeon, you'd rather not go up there until you have to. But JTB is actually going to check a chest here that Kova was able to skip based upon his route. Though that's not going to take him a lot of time. I mean, as you saw, it really took maybe about, 30 seconds? Chat calling out Paradox Cave, gonna have all the goods. Well, unfortunate for Kova, we know there's a power glove in here, we just know it's also really deep into this place. Yeah, after finding all of those items in the well, we haven't really had that kind of excitement in item gathering ever since.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty hype well.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we just have the runners covering each other, or I guess backtracking through where the other runner has gone already.
Yes, sir. So JTB is making his way ahead.
It's a very close hand.
I'm actually surprised that didn't grab him. That was really close. JTB on his Mothula fight. Meanwhile, Kova making his way into the second part of Thieves Town. JTB grabbing his compass, proudly holding it up in the air. And this crystal, that's kind of important too.
But they're more proud about the compass, right?
Absolutely. Fist pumping with that, and you say like, yeah! That is just holding over his head because, prosperity's sake. there's the 10 arrows. JTB was contemplating saving, quitting, but he doesn't. And that's probably because he doesn't really have a good way to get back here.
Not really.
Although I wonder what the plan is. Oh, that's right. No, he wanted to save and quit in the light world because otherwise he would have started back on the pyramid again. Going to Sanctuary, he's going to Death Mountain. I mean, that's like a guarantee. Like there's... Or, I'm sorry. No! The sewers! Back of escape! Right, that's the other place you can check with the glove.
That's
So,
3
we know...
items.
Well, we know it's only going to be 2 because there has to be a key in one of these chests. Yep, there's the key. Piece of heart. And, right, the map. Ouch. So, that was, lackluster is a good word for it. Anyway, okay, small detour. Now we're off to Death Mountain. Hour in, we finally can make it to Death Mountain. 1 hour in. We're finally there. There's that power glove for Kova. Kova?
I wonder if they think that Thieves Town is a pendant.
Kova? Kova, bro, what you doing? Our tracker is telling us that on their personal stream, Kova has marked it as a pendant dungeon.
I can confirm that.
Oh no.
However, they don't have Palace of Darkness. Well, that's really interesting, actually. They only have Thieves Town and Ice Palace marked. They don't have any of the other ones marked. I wonder if Kova also mixed up the music.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, sometimes that music can just, like, drone on in your head so much that you don't even think about it. Alright, so JTB making his way to the east side of Death Mountain.
Unfortunately, no Turtle Rock check. And just 5 rupees on the floating island.
Yep. Both runners once again ignoring Tower of Hera.
Yeah, it's not even like this time that I actually have to do Tower of Hera. It's another pendant dungeon.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's a Titan's Bit!
Ooh, in the Paradox Cave.
Chad had called that earlier. Paradox Cave was going to have the goods. Well, absolutely it did so far. We've got Titansmith and Silver Arrows! This finals match will not come down to a silverless cannon. Butter Sword!
Ooh. So Paradox Cave and Kakariko Village Well were loaded.
Absolutely. So, yeah, this is... So we've got Red Mail, Gold Sword, Silver Arrows. This seed is coming down purely to execution. With those Titans, Kova's gonna go make a check on Turtle Rock and enter the Dark World from this area. Which I believe makes checking the east side of Death Mountain much, a little quicker. I don't know about much quicker, but a little bit quicker. Turtle Rock requires bombos to get into it, which we do not have yet, so... Chat saying, if that's Quake, like, yeah, we know.
So, fortunately, no Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of money in that cave. Oh, Kova walking right off the edge. JTB is grabbing. There's a lot of money in here. Some bombs and more money. Well, that kind of a useless Dark World East Side Death Mountain. Looks like Kova may be going towards Spike Cave.
Well, they can do Spike Cave.
Yes, they can. Or he's going to go into Tower of Hera. Now, that is not a thing you want to see if you're going to make an assault on Tower of Hera.
Absolutely not. Our only hope is that the chest, I guess in the back of this room, has the big key.
Yep. And it does. Whew. Well, that doesn't put us out of the woods yet. JTB is also going to decide to go into Hera. Runners pretty close to giving each other a high five here. With the hook shot and the boots, getting this chest is going to be much, much easier than the vanilla way of doing so. There's an ice rod! Which is not required unless Trinix is required. There's a flute! What?
Flute. So that's the 2 items out of Tower of Hera.
Yes, it is. So Tower of Hera required.
Tower of Hera loaded with the goods.
Oh my gosh, so... Yeah, we got an ice rod, and we've got a, oops, bouncing off the, Kova bouncing off his portal there. So we have access to the Misery Mire area now. And an ice rod for some reason.
And here's our Spike Cave check.
Woo, Kova! Got that look gross, man. Alright, JTB has decided not to check Spike Cave. Yeah,
Ooh.
Does he have that fairy in the bottle still? Yeah, he does.
Yes.
Okay. Sure, he didn't want to actually use it there, but that's okay. Nothing.
Not worth the use of a fairy.
JTB going to activate his flute. Can't imagine Kova's gonna wait much too long to do that either. Ladies and gentlemen, the Swag Duck on JTB's side. As he immediately activates it, he's probably gonna go directly to Mire. I can't see why he wouldn't. Let's see what we guy this is. Or wait, that also gives him access to Desert Palace that's just totally beatable right now.
That is also true.
So my guess is he's going to check everything around here. Bombos is required, which we don't have yet. Yeah, JTB going to go into Desert Palace, clear this out. So now is a probably very, very awful time to ask this, but let's think for a moment and call out what could still be on the pedestal.
Ooh.
There's Bombos!
Well, we know it's not Bombos.
Well, no. Could not be. We've got the bow could be on pedestal.
Yeah, I think
Or the book could be on pedestal and one of the tablets could have the bow.
that is also true.
So really, that's the only, yeah, what are we looking for go mode? It is just the bow.
Technically the bow.
So we are in bow mode, right? Right?
I guess so.
Yes. Yay. I was gonna grab the piece of heart.
But JTB does not have the big key.
Oh, he skipped it? I didn't even realize he didn't get it.
My guess is the big key is all the way on the right side.
Gotta be. Whoops. Okay, so I believe every pendant dungeon is in fact completable right now. Is it not? Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's right. That bow could be on that pedestal. Heck, that bow could literally be any place right now.
Yeah, I can't think of any place it can't. Well, I mean, it can't. Well, no, it can't be at Armos Knights.
Right.
It can't be on Helmsar King.
No, cannot. And we've checked everything in pod we could check without the bow.
So yeah, other than that, I'm gonna guess Bo's at pedestal.
It could be there. It could be green pendant. Pedestal could have the mushroom. That could lead to the shovel. That could lead to the powder. That could lead to the book. That could lead to the tablet. Yes, chat is asking, yes, Kova did unfortunately skip blind. We have confirmed on his personal tracker he has accidentally listed Thieves Town as a pendant dungeon.
Let's see if they've actually updated that, just in case. But I don't see why they would have.
I haven't seen him do a map check since, yeah. The Molus going down on both screens pretty close to each other. That sync. Alright, Kova. My guess, yeah, Kova's gonna go directly to Misery Mire, and I don't blame him. I think JTB is gonna do the same thing. Yeah. Oh, Kova. Kova getting bounced out of his light world portal. That's going to let JTB take a not really a slight lead because I think Kova's already checked Miser shed, so. Okay, Kova, stop running your head into a wall. It's okay. You're fine. There we go. Okay, good. Whew. Alright, everything blowing up there. Going to stop the rain in the Misery Mire. Oh, JTB checking Checkerboard Cave. I don't think we've had a check on this yet. I don't remember if
we
Kova
have.
did this or not. Did Kova do this?
I believe so.
Oh, it's a bottle. It's a bee in a bottle, which JTB also rejects. I don't blame him. I hate bees.
Now, the only reason why I would go back and get that bee is if I was very close to the Zora threshold and I needed 100 extra rupees, you can unleash the bee at the bottle vendor and they will refund your 100 rupees.
Only if it's a gold bee. At least I think so. I think it's got to be a gold bee for that, doesn't it?
Actually, I think you're correct.
Because he's paying out 100 rupees for any bee. I'm like, yeah! Zora could still have the bow. Or sometimes he just doesn't because the bee gets distracted and goes someplace else. Kova found a shield. So Kova grabbing the key over here, changing the crystal switch, and it's gonna grab this chest. It's the big key. Sadly, not in go mode, so finding the big key there, while nice, is not going to be the end all of his excavation of Misery Mire.
Unfortunately not.
But he's gonna let him check the big chest over here, and which unfortunately just had a small key, so. So did we find our second item in here? I totally missed it.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Well, it clearly wasn't the bow, so.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a map or compass.
JTB is going to check the vanilla big key chest. I don't remember Kova doing that. Either he found his second item or he just said, forget it, I'm going. JTB missing the block glitch there. But still makes it in time. Kova in the meantime on some very low health here.
Meanwhile, Kova is right at Vitreous.
Yep, he's there. He's got not a lot of health and 0 healing items, but he has a magic cape, has a golden sword, and he's got a magic refill, which he needs to use right now. And watch out for lightning. Whew. He should be able to take care of this, no problem. You know, JTB also making his way towards Victorious, I assume. Victorious had the second item, so Kova making a gamble that pays off, I believe. Because I don't recall him doing the vanilla big key chest room. I say that only because he is clearly leaps and bounds ahead of Kova. Your flute's not going to work at the... Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good job. Oh no, he gets bounced out of there. Alright, so where to next? He's gonna go buy some potions.
I guess would be Ice Palace.
He may go check Zora. No, definitely not checking Zora. Would have done that already. Going to Death Mountain?
Maybe. Well, no, we've already been to Tower of Hera.
Turtle Rock?
Maybe.
He must be. He's decided to do Turtle Rock. It has to be, right? It's gotta be Turtle Rock.
Probably. Now, I wonder if Kova thinks that Turtle Rock is required and will full clear it.
Oh no. Does he have anything marked down in his tracker for that?
The only things that Kova has marked on the tracker are Eastern Palace, Desert Palace, Tower of Hera, Thieves Town, Ice Palace, and Ice Palace. Those are the only ones that they've marked as either pendants or crystals.
Oh. I'll bet he's just left the things he thinks is crystals as blank. And marked all the ones that he thought were pendants and or red crystals. He may have figured it out when he steps in here and hears the music.
Or when they complete Trinex and then see that a pendant falls down.
Yes. Or when that happens. So JTB finishing up with Vitreous. Where is he going to go? Again, we are still looking for that bow. That's the only thing. He's going to buy potions too. Yeah, he does have 3 pendants on his tracker. He does have game audio, at least on his stream. I don't know if he's listening to it or not. Is JTB also going towards Turtle Rock?
At least with JTB, they know that it's just a pendant.
Yes.
Well, we're assuming that they do.
Go and find half magic.
Although I will say, I'm sure Kova got a little excited when they see the half magic.
Absolutely. Man, both of them are going towards Turtle Rock. Kova already in here. JTB making his way. I'm actually flabbergasted that both runners would decide this was the play to make right now. Both our runners have the same bombs and arrow count, too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I think JTB has their tracker marked correctly, so we've seen, I believe, it's 2 items in Turtle Rock out of the 4?
5.
5, okay.
5 and then Mimic Cave. Yeah, here's the problem. If Kova doesn't realize he doesn't have to do this place, then if he finds the bow in here, he's not going to leave necessarily. Look,
Well,
JTB.
Because they think it's a crystal.
Correct. JTB accidentally going the wrong way, but not losing too much time on that. Well, Kova making it through. Going towards Mimic Cave and the big chest. Mimic Cave. Let's see if Mimic Cave's got the bow. Nope, that's not the bow.
Yeah, not what they need.
Oh my goodness. Like, JTB's saving grace could actually be if this is a pedestal seed and he has to clear all these dungeons anyway. He's still going to be slightly behind because he didn't clear Thieves Town, and unfortunately for him, he's going to have to go all the way back down and grab Blind because he didn't start that fight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but your bow is in another chest, okay. That's a lot of rupees, but not what we're looking for. Oh, what the? Straight up, I don't quite understand how that block appeared behind him, but odd coding. Man, Kova and JTB doing the exact same thing again. This has been a common theme throughout their races.
Yeah, this is quite interesting.
So, if JTB and we know he knows this is a pendant dungeon, if this turns out to be Pedestal Seed, and if he doesn't beat Trinex, JTB that is, that might be a bigger thing than Kova missing Blind in Thieves Town, if Kova decides to beat Trinex regardless. We have actually not checked Catfish.
Yep. Oh, but Kova takes a look at their map.
Oh, Kova has looked at his map and he's run. Yes! Oh, he likes the frustration slashes!
Oh no, let's see if they've updated their tracker. And they have.
They have, and
What
he's
were you gonna
out!
say?
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
he has, and he's out!
And it looks like they're headed back to Thieves Town.
Oh, man. Yeah, I just saw him standing there hitting the button like, ah! So did we get all the items out of Turtle Rock?
Tracker's
saying there's at least one left. Because he left there, didn't... Because there's going to be a key in one of those chests.
There's going to be a key. And then I think the map... I don't know if the map and compass were found.
I'm not certain either.
Yeah, Chad, if you know for a fact that you saw the map and compass at Turtle Rock, like, let us know.
Indeed.
Because I think Trinex either has a compass or map, and then there's one chest left on Turtle Bridge. Or Turtle Bridge, Laser Bridge.
That's close enough anyway. I like the Turtle Bridge. Alright, so JTB making his way down the Laser Bridge. No one has been to Ice Palace yet. Kova's just going through Thieves Town because he only now just realized that he had to complete this place. Unfortunate. And we've not had Ice Palace yet. Oh, we do with the powder. We can check Batcave now.
That we can.
And that's a compass. And, okay, so no, there is no more items left in here. Trinex has the map. Good counting on Kova's part. So the only reason that this is going to be really annoying is if this is a pedestal seed. And everybody just skipped doing Trinex.
Yeah, but we still do have the blacksmith and purple chest.
Yeah, we got a lot of places to check before it's on the pedestal. There's a very low percentage chance it's on the pedestal.
But I'm still hoping for a pedestal seed.
I'm not saying I'm not either. Get blind going down very quickly for Kova, so Kova picking up his compass. Getting that crystal. We are now even for crystals. Gosh, JTB just zooming through Village of Outcasts. He's gonna check Smithy and the purple chest, I'm assuming.
And,
and Peg Cave.
Hammer Peg Cave too.
Yep. Alright. Kova making the play for Ice Palace.
So this either Ice Palace or Overworld spots.
That's
At this
it.
point, it's whoever's gamble.
No, it wasn't in the Smiths. Where is that big capital D? That's the last thing we're looking for. Can't be in Pyramid Fairy. We know that for certain.
Yes, it cannot be.
Right. Batcave? Nope, just a piece of heart. But that gives JTB a new heart container, so he'd be at least somewhat happy with that. I think. Ooh, small key in the first chest in Ice Palace, which is going to make rounding this place slightly easier. Oh, it could still be in Zora. We still not checked Zora.
We have not.
JTB doing the Peg Cave Hammer Dash. It's not the bow.
Not what we're looking for. Not even close.
Well, the more we keep looking here in these overworld places, the more Kova's Dippin' Ice Palace is looking more and more palatable. JTB flying off with the purple chest. He's gonna go give Gary his lunch back. Gary ordered this lunch 3 hours ago, and we're just now getting it to him. But you know, hey, better late than never, right? Not the bow.
Now I wonder if Bo is at Shrahashvala Green Pendant.
Could be. Could very well be. JTB making the play into Ice Palace. the bow is in here, or if it is the green pendant now, Kova is going to have a pretty sizable, well, not very sizable, but pretty sizable lead. Kova opting to just go directly this direction, not use his key on the door. Oh, I know. He's going to check this chest first and then go that way. JTB having a little trouble with that snow guy. Big key. Kova's hesitant. Didn't know which way he wanted to go. Like, oh, I can check the big chest, but I can go this way. No, I don't know.
Ooh, I think that big chest seems very tempting to me.
It does to me too, but... But there's like three chests in this area too, so you can totally see wanting to check these out. Alright, first chest is... Oh, beat a bottle!
Not really close.
Not really. There it is!
Oh.
There's the bow!
That's...
Kova is in go mode!
Oh, goodness. OPT lore, I don't know about you, but I am very excited.
I'm exceptionally excited. Oh my goodness. And JTB's not going to be that far behind, assuming he goes that direction, which, again, getting that key would push me over there.
So it looks like we will have a pod completion followed by a Eastern Palace completion on Kova's side.
Yep. JTB is not going to be that far behind. And he's going directly this way. He's about, what, 30 seconds from finding his bow? Something like that? Kova has to go down this way. He's looking for a small key, and I don't know if they found the big key or not. I don't think they did, but I think they're both locked behind behind the bow anyway. There it is! JTB is also in go mode! Oh,
there we go. So it looks like it'll come down to, again, the level of execution between the runners.
Decisions in Ganon's tower, too. Which direction do you go? Which one do you pick, and where do you find that big key? These runners are close enough that a decision in Ganon's tower, one way or the other, can make the absolute difference, along with execution. Can we just make the entire tournament these two just racing every day? Is that a thing? Because oh my gosh, these races have been nothing but exciting.
You know, I'm sure chat would love that, but I don't know how the racers would feel.
Yeah, no, that's probably true. Giving a shout out to these guys. Chat, if you're enjoying this race so far, would you think about giving these runners a follow? Like, seriously, they absolutely, totally deserve whatever love and affection you want to give them, because they're putting on an amazing show for us. 2 seeds back to back, and this looks like it's going to be another close race! Just like in pro wrestling, when you get a really good match going on and get the crowd chanting "fight forever," right?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat.
Oh, absolutely. Kova making his way through the Palace of Darkness, shooting the I don't know what that thing is, but it's a statue. Shoots it in the eye. Yeah. Who would have thought the vanilla big key in Palace of Darkness, though? Seriously, right?
You know, I don't know. I mean, what can you really expect with Randomizer?
Exactly. Silly vanilla things in randomizers. Well, Turtle's giving Kova a little bit of some issues there, but he's gotten through. On his way to King Helmasaur. I think that's its actual title. I could have made that up. I think.
Unfortunately for both runners, they've already cleared a large portion of Eastern Palace, so they won't really have to do much.
Absolutely. Oh, it is actually Helmasaur King. That's a good point, chat. Thank you. Hey, Kova holding up his crystal from Palace of Darkness is now heading, is clearly going to teleport directly into Eastern Palace and finish that up. While JTB making his way through the Palace of Darkness. My goodness. This is going to be such a close race game. Talk about, considering how absolutely insane, the beginning of this game was. The beginning of the scene, with how absolutely convoluted the pathing was and everything was. With all of that, we are at, what, maybe a minute apart here?
Yeah, both runners are very close.
Yeah, maybe 90 seconds at best. I haven't kept any kind of track, but it is not far. Chat asking where the bow was. The bow was in Ice Palace. And yeah, can you imagine both runners probably thinking they're behind because they went and checked Turtle Rock? And I don't remember. I don't think there was anything actually of need in Turtle Rock, was there?
Not really. The only thing they really got out of Turtle Rock was that half magic.
Right. So, yeah, I'll bet both of them feel behind because they spent a lot of time inside there. Kova's got to feel even more behind considering he realized his mistake in his tracker.
But even though Kova did have that mistake, they still have a slight advantage over JTB.
Exactly. Oh. And we have a second shield from the Armos. Nice of them to hold on to that for us, I guess.
So that is 7 crystals. OPT lore, you know what time it is, right?
As a matter of fact, I do, Gabe. So, chat. We have a little tradition we like to do up here. In Ganon's Tower, there are 22 item locations. Any one of them can hold the Ganon's Tower Big Key. We like to throw out random numbers and guess which chest it's going to be in, or location it's going to be in. So, chat, throw numbers out there, and let's see which one of you is the closest, or guesses it correctly. Gabe, what do you think this time around?
Ooh, I'm gonna stick with my prediction last time of item location number 3.
Nice. I said 18 last time, and we weren't even close to that. I'm gonna go with 11.
11.
Kova's on his way up. He decides to go up Death Mountain in the Dark World. I have yet to really figure out which one of those is more efficient. JTB also grabbing his 7th crystal. After celebrating, he'll be on his way up towards Ganon's tower. So, as far as things in bottles go, I actually don't know what either of them have. Except I think they both... Okay, so JTB clearly has at least one blue bottle. I think both of them have a bee in a bottle.
I believe you're correct about the bee in the bottle.
Because that was the 3rd bottle that both of them picked up, and I don't think any of them bothered to let it go and get something else. GTB scaling the west side of Death Mountain to get up there. Interesting. Alright, here we go. Into Ganon's tower goes Kova. Number 1 is a bunch of arrows. Chest number 2 is a red boomerang. Finding no key, Kova is forced to go to the left side. There is a mirror shield on the bonk lamp, which Kova has rejected picking up.
Well, there goes my prediction.
That was number 3. Bob lives at the behest of the riot shield. Chest number 4 is a green rupee. Chest number 5, a small key. Chest number 6, a small key. Chest number 7, a small key. So we've got a whole bunch of keys.
So we don't have to worry about finding any extra small keys.
Not. JTB opening Ganon's tower. He's making his way in. I actually didn't keep track of when Kova entered into Ganon's tower myself, so... Let's see, that's 2, 3... So that's 8, right?
Yes, that is 8.
Alright, so... Kova trying to be fancy with the boomerang. There we go. JTB taking the same path.
Ooh, that would have been very well done if Kova had pulled that off correctly.
There we go. Fancy clipping tricks. JTB's gonna go ahead and pick up the mirror shield, and I don't blame him. It helps on those red mimics later on in here because you can just look right at them and shoot them in the face. Ether! You know, it was big, it was yellow for a second there.
The only reason why I could see JTP wouldn't pick up that the mirror shield is it, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it actually can cause lag.
I honestly don't know. I figured he just didn't want to waste the time because he probably feels behind. 10, there's the book. I think this is 11. Yep, never mind. 12, 13, okay. So we found literacy. Apparently, Ganon just really wanted that book for himself. Oh, yes. That is a second way to get over that teleport pad without having to use it. The good old-fashioned damage boost. In case you're wondering, this is called Bob's Chest, and Bob is that anti-fairy that's completely and utterly glitched out. That happens when you don't take the item off of that bonk lamp. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either.
So getting down in health a bit, but he's gonna check the vanilla big key room. No, it's not here. It's on the right side. So here's the question, Gabe. Would you immediately check tile room, or do you save it for last?
Tile room.
Check it immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Can't say I blame you. 1 in 5 chances tile room. Kova's opting on skipping it. He actually got a very fortunate health refill due to finding enough pieces of heart to get a new container. JTB going to grab his Ice Armos fight.
When Kova having a little bit of issues because of those Gibdos.
Oh no! There it is. Just get rid of them all. There we go. There it is!
Ooh.
The big key!
And
I believe that was the
21?
yeah, that was 21 because I believe that was the vanilla compass chest, wasn't it?
I can't remember that off the top of my head.
I think so. I'm not sure. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a very long time since I played this game in vanilla, so Kova's making his way up. He's got powder, so he's going to be able to turn fairies and bunny beams in, or anti-fairies and bunny beams into fairies. Kova getting through the big key door, 1 hour, 49 minutes, and 53 seconds. So I'm going to try to remember that. Let's see how long it takes JTB to get through there.
JTB picks up their big key and mirrors on out.
Kova going through the cannonball room. He's walking into the gauntlet on the 4th floor. Nice first room. Okay, so JTB is over a minute behind at this point. Oop, walks into the door. He goes through at 150, 57-ish. So he's about a minute and like 10 seconds behind. Goes getting to Lamolas too. Got those silver arrows out. 1, 2, 3. One cycle again.
Very nicely done.
JTB making very quick work of the first room here in the gauntlet. He's switching over to the fire rod for fire rod strats against these skeletons. Unfortunately, not having much luck. Oh, Kova with the 1 cycle in the 4 Wizrobe room. 4 Wizrobe room. Yeah. JTB getting damage boost over to the other side there. He is going to heal up here real quick. Meanwhile, Kova up to the second 4 torch room. Oh, JTB not getting the 1 cycle and the Lamolas 2. Getting a 2 cycle though. Alright, Troll Dorm 2 fight. Kova making short work of Troll Dorm 2. Oh, JTB not getting a good 4 Wizrobe room. Oh, he almost had it!
Kova skipping the last chest in Ganon's tower, so we'll never know what's there. Unless JTB checks it, then we'll know.
Kova, I don't know if this room has a title or not, but I just call it the room from just the depths of the worst place you could possibly think of, because, my gosh, I hate that room.
The ice conveyor belt room.
Oh, there you go. Alright, Kova's into an Aghanim 2 fight, gets 2 hits on the first go. Second wave, oh, that's set up pretty nicely for at least 2. What? Oh, it's a blue ball attack, so only got 1. Oh, another one, so nothing there. So he's got 2 hits on Aghanim so far. 3. Oh, 4.
Just needs that fresh double.
He's not gonna get it here. Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry, he had 5. I'm sorry. I missed one. He's got him. Aghanim 2 going down. Kova heading to the Ganon fight. Oh, JTB. Oh, he's able to stay on the ledge because he's got the sword pointed at basically the direction he's getting pushed off, so that keeps you on there for reasons I'm not sure of.
I'm sure both runners are both looking at the IRC, waiting for a dot done any second, but they're both so close.
They're very close. Kova into Ganon fight at 154.40. JTB going over to Aghanim 2.
Meanwhile, Kova is making their way through the phases of Ganon.
Phase 2, he's taking a lot of damage. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, he has a blue bottle. Oh, good for that. So they both have a blue bottle out. Ganon's doing his teleport act. At this point, it will take Kova falling at Ganon, though. But that is not outside the realm of possibilities, just because Ganon can be... Even the best runners will sometimes have a fall here at Ganon, but so far Kova's got an absolute handle on it. 1, 2, I think. Is that 2? That's 2. Doesn't get the torch glitch. Doesn't care. This might do it. 1, 2. That's it. Kova takes the pig down.
Down goes Ganon. GG Kova.
While holding his sword up in victory. Kova46 walking across the finish line, finishing at an official SRL time of 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 3 seconds. He is the winner of this match. Oh! Absolutely amazing performance today.
And we will be joined by Kova for an interview.
Oh, heck yes, after all that, 100%.
Meanwhile, we have JTB on the last phase.
JTB gets hit. That's a second, third, doesn't get the fourth. Smash Ganon right there. There we go. JTB also finishing Ganon. Holding
Hey,
it.
everybody.
Joined
Hey!
by
GG.
No, GG.
Kova, congratulations, man. GG.
Thank you.
Way to win 2 in a row to keep yourself in it, man. Congratulations.
After the Swamp Palace play and the Thieves Town debacle, I'm really surprised.
Yes, we I'll just say it then. The moment you left Thieves Town without having done blind, I think everybody immediately went to check your tracker.
Yeah, for some reason when I stepped in there and the music hit, I was like, oh, this is a pendant. I don't feel blind. It's perfect. And then getting into Turtle Rock, it's like, wait, this isn't right. So I didn't even check the map, I think, until I went out the safety door in the laser bridge, and that's when I saw it.
Right. Yeah, so, oddly enough, while you were in Turtle Rock doing it, so was JTB, just slightly behind you at that point. But
Okay.
on this seed, it took him just slightly longer to go find the bow in Ice Palace. He decided to do a few overworld checks before he went there. You went directly there at the one point you could, and that was actually pretty much the difference here, because we have JTB finishing with an official SRL time 1 hour 57 minutes 26 seconds, which is just over a minute 23 after you.
Yeah, that's incredible how tight this matchup was.
Absolutely.
Also
JTB.
joined by JTB. GG.
Yes, good playing, man.
GG.
So, guys, we've just had 2 amazing races back to back. I didn't even know where to begin. So, guys, I don't know. JTB, your thoughts on the races today? Let's start with the second one. That seed.
The second race of today, or
The second race. I'm sorry. Yeah, the second race of today.
Okay. Why would the seed give you Ice Rod, but Bombo's required for Turtle Rock and not require Turtle Rock?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what? My mind was blown as soon as I ran out of items in Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Like, at that point, the only thing we were contemplating is, oh my gosh, do they actually have to get the pedestal? Is it going to be this late of a bow on the pedestal?
That was in the back of my mind the whole time, and as soon as I left Turtle Rock, I was like, wait, is that another really bad decision?
But no, thankfully we found the bow. You guys found the bow in the Ice Palace, obviously. But yeah, just there was that seed, the race number 3. You guys, your seed was so gosh darn linear up until like. I don't even really know when you could say it finally branched out, because forced Aghanim
Mid showed up.
Yeah, basically forced Aghanim to forced Palace of Darkness double dip without the bow to find the flippers over in the mirror to actually go someplace in this scene. It was just incredible. The fact that neither of you found a power glove for, what was it, like 40 minutes?
It was a long time.
Yeah.
Something like that. Swamp Palace, though, that early, that was the first time I had seen that.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we all got a little excited in that when you guys dropped down to the well, and what was it, the mirror, the moon pearl, and the ice rod, just like all at once, something like that?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was definitely
at that point,
stacked.
I was like, okay, Aghanim cannot be required at this point. No way they would give you all this
that's
stuff, and
exactly what I was thinking too.
Right. So in that seat, Kova, you had actually fake flippered up towards the wishing well and grabbed the first bottle. And we were all thinking, wow, what if Sick Kid actually has a glove? At that point, you could have logic break skipped Aga 1, but as it turns out, Sick Kid had all of 20 rupees, so...
Yeah, I was
that
hoping
was
that too.
mind too.
And the back of escape was the other possibility. In that if we had a key to get through the dark rooms, then that could have bypassed Aghanim, but we didn't get the key.
Fortunately not. So, oh my goodness. That first race seems so long ago, and at this point, I can't even think back to that. But so the race number 2, the ice rod, of course, being in Swamp Palace. What is it with Swamp Palace today?
Swamp Palace and Ice Palace, it was those two every single race, it seems.
Oh, right. So what about finding vanilla hookshot?
That was a surprise. I thought it would have been like power glove or something to force you somewhere else. So
Same here.
Right,
it's like,
yeah.
wow.
It's like, hey, we can beat the dungeon now suddenly out of nowhere.
But it worked out well, not having to double dip swamp. Like I figured we're exactly what JTB said: go in there, get the gloves, go out, run around for a while, and then have to go back in.
Yeah.
Right. As it turns out, the seed wanted you to go in there, get the vanilla hookshot, and basically make vanilla progression over towards the village of outcasts.
Yeah.
And this seed was a thing, but no. So you guys were both in Turtle Rock about the same time.
Jesus.
In fact, really, there, as much as there was separation in both of you guys in this third race here, you were never really that far apart. The only difference being with Kova, unfortunately, marking Thieves Town as
Thieves
a pendant
Town.
dungeon and not actually completing it. But yeah, thankfully that was not too big of a time killer for you.
Yeah, Thieves Town is actually really quick if you just need to run in there, so I was happy about
Yeah.
that. The other unfortunate error of mine was going into Swamp, opening up the first chest, thinking, okay, Swamp's not the answer, and saving quitting.
Right.
And then realizing as I had done that, I was like, wait, no, there's the left side.
Yeah, that's exactly what we thought. We're like, oh shoot, he probably forgot he had the hammer or could actually continue on into the place. Because again, we're not used to being able to go into Swamp Palace that early.
Yeah, exactly. But it was doing Swamp that early, and this seed itself was really fun to play. Like I hadn't seen anything like that, so.
Indeed. It's absolutely amazing to commentate you guys, seriously. Honestly, like, you guys, with 2 races that both took about 2 hours to each of you finish within, what, like a minute and a half combined in both races? That's amazing.
They were both really good, really close races.
Absolutely. All right, so gosh, I don't even know, any parting thoughts, guys? JTB, start with you.
I don't know, like my approach into the second game today was just like, I'm just gonna play standard routing. I'm not gonna try to take any gambles and go with that. Because the first game of the day, I took just a ridiculous amount of gambles, and not a single one of them paid off, with the exception of not going to Hera. So I don't know. I'll have to watch this VOD, see what happened. Like, I thought I was playing pretty well, to be honest, with the exception of Turtle Rock. So curious to see where I can improve.
I mean, you were playing very well. Just it's one of those things. It was a couple of decisions, really. Honestly, the big one in the last game here was how quickly Kova went to Ice Palace, and you were in the process of checking Smith. I believe it was Smith, Peg Cave, few overworld spots before you went to Ice Palace.
Yeah, I was hoping that powder I found in Turtle Rock would have been something.
Right, that's right, yeah, the Bat Cave, yeah. Yeah, honestly speaking, that was pretty much, I think that was pretty much the difference at the end of the game here.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, obviously if Bo's in either one of those places, then, you've got a tremendous lead, because then Kova would be stuck inside Ice Palace doing that. So just, as I said, I don't think it's I can't sit here and tell you it's a play thing. You played very well. Absolutely.
It's just Rando being Rando.
Just Rando being Rando.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it.
Kova, any last thoughts from you?
Well, I came into these matches. I'd watched JTB's VODs from a bit before, and that's really it. It came down to Rando. He's an excellent runner. He knows his stuff. It was whoever took the right guess, really, and that's what happened with the Ice Palace.
That's basically it. All right, guys. Well, JTB, man, seriously though, good playing. You have nothing to be ashamed about here. You played very well. It just came down to, as I said, Rando being Rando.
Yeah, I don't feel bad at all. Like, I know I played well, and I mean, I don't feel like I made any awful mistakes besides Turtle Rock. But honestly, looking back at it, it is literally a 50-50 toss-up, so I don't feel too bad about making the wrong choice because there was nothing to say that it would have been the wrong choice beforehand.
Exactly. Kova, congratulations again. Moving on. Good luck
Thank
in
you.
the rest of the tournament, man.
Yeah, GG guys.
Twitch,
GG.
if you've enjoyed this race, and I'm pretty sure you have,